Farts and Fairies is a high-octane, totally out-of-control fart battle. To win, you must out-fart your friends by launching and dodging fart attacks to become the survivor of the fartist.
I'm going to do my best not to get too childish with this, but we'll see what happens as we go ahead and take a look at Farts and Fairies. Farts and Fairies is a fast-paced party game for 2 to 6 players. In it, players will play fart cards at each other, trying to gas out their opponents. However, players can also react and try to subvert or dodge those farts as well. Gameplay continues until the deck runs out, and at the end of the game, whoever has the least amount of fart points in their fart bank wins. I want to thank Dan Matthews for sending me a copy of the game to review. What we're going to do is take a look at the mechanics, see how the game plays, see how you go about dodging a fart, apparently, and then I'll let you know what my thoughts are on it. To play a game of Farts and Fairies, you begin by shuffling the deck and dealing 8 cards to each player. From there, the deck is placed in the middle of the table within reach of everyone, and you are ready to begin. Every turn a player will take 2 actions. The first action is to draw a card from the top of the deck. The second action can either be to play a card from their hand, or they may draw another card from the deck to end their turn. At the end of the turn, a player may have no more than 8 cards in their hand. If they have more than 8 cards at the end of their turn, they must discard cards back down to 8, but may not discard any fart cards in their hand. There are 4 types of cards in the game. The first is fart cards. These are the primary cards you will be playing against other players trying to increase their fart bank. These cards range in number from 1 to 4, and simply add points to that player's fart bank if they're not able to avoid the attack. This brings us to our second type of card, the survival cards. These are played in response to a fart card in order to try to dodge that fart attack. There are 2 types of survival cards, reverse and divert. Reverse will simply send the fart card played back to the player who played it. Divert will instead allow you to play that fart card on anyone at the table rather than just the one who played it. Multiple survival cards can be played on one turn. This could potentially allow for the played fart card to end up on anyone at the table by the end of it. In addition to survival cards, fairy cards can also be used to prevent obtaining a fart card. The fart police will simply stop the action in place and discard all cards currently played to the discard pile, and the turn will be over for that player. Fart dust counts as any card in the game, and so can be used as a survival card or a fart police to prevent the fart card from being obtained by that player. Note, fart dust can also be used as a fart card itself, counting as 5 points. The final type of cards are action cards. Each one can be played on your turn for a specific effect, dependent upon the card. Steal cards let you steal a random card from any player's hand. Swap cards will let you swap your entire hand with that of any other player at the table. The number 2's card will allow you to draw 2 cards from the deck in the main play area. The protection card can be placed in front of you, and you will be protected from any fart cards played until the start of your next turn. The occupied card can be played on any other player and force them to skip their turn for the next round. The beans card allows you to take all of the cards in your hand and replace them with new cards from the deck, shuffling your old hand back into the deck. Finally, the bomb allows you to send one of your fart cards that you've collected to somebody else's fart bank. Survival cards cannot be played to avoid this, however, fairy cards can be used to dodge the bomb, in which case the fart card goes back to your own fart bank. The game continues this way until the main draw deck runs out, at which point the game will end, and whoever has the least amount of fart points in their fart bank is declared the winner. Via the powers of video editing and questionable parenting decisions, we have a special guest to help us take a look at Farts and Fairies. Come here, you.
Hello, viewers!
All right, bud, tell me what you think about the game.
We're not live.
No, we're not live at all. We're recording, and then I'm going to edit it afterwards so that it looks the way we want it to, okay?
Okay.
All right, bud, tell me what you think about Farts and Fairies.
Farts and Fairies is a game about fairies and farts where you are a person trying to not get farted on. And there are certain cards like Granny Fart that are are fart cards, and Granny Fart is like, I think, a 1 fart, which means it's not that powerful of a fart card yet. So the strongest one is one of the stronger ones is Fartachristmas. That's when Santa farts into the presents.
Okay. Do you like the game? What do you think?
I like it. It is fun.
Mm-hmm.
And it is nice.
Okay. Is there anything you like special about it? Like, what's your favorite card?
My favorite card, I gotta say, is the Fairy Dust.
Oh, yeah? Why is that?
Because it counts as any card, even a fart card, and it would be a 5 fart card if you played it.
Very cool. So what do you think? Should people pick it up?
Yeah, I think you should pick it up.
Okay. Thank you so much for helping us take a look at this game for us today.
Okay.
All right, my thoughts on Farts and Fairies. It's good. It's a good casual party game. The mechanics are solid. It's easy to play, easy to teach. You don't really need to think about it, which is what you want for this type of game. The art is clever and engaging and just it makes you giggle, which again is what you want with this game. I feel like, the marketplace is getting kind of crowded for these types of I don't know, oatmeal-esque games is the best way I can say it. You've got your bears versus babies and all these things. And I think Farts and Fairies does manage to hold its own in that, the theme is entertaining and the art is engaging and it's similar enough to other games that people are familiar with, but it's not so much that it feels like a ripoff. I mean, it's its own game and it really kind of plays that way and it's just fun. It's easy, it's quick. It's not, an overly complicated game, so, be aware of that going into it. But it's a fun party game if you're looking for that type of game to throw on your shelf. I guess my only real criticism is specific to the adults-only expansion. And you see a lot of these in these types of games where it's, adult-themed humor, and I like that. And the jokes in this one are hysterical. I mean, this card right here is just, it's worth its weight in gold for the humor alone. The only issue I actually have is the fact that it does introduce kind of new card effects that aren't in the base game that add more to the playability of the game that make it a little bit more entertaining from a mechanical perspective. I wish those had been in the base game rather than in the expansion so that you could play with those cards and get those effects but not have to worry about playing with an adult-themed expansion when you want to play it with your 6-year-old son. And the adult theme is definitely adult, so you really kind of have to make that distinction. So I guess that's the only thing I'd really wish was different was that I could have those rules in the base game. But again, it's a minor quibble, and it's because those mechanics are fun and I want to play with them. So again, Farts and Fairies, if you're looking for this type of, adult-themed party game where the humor's a little crude and a little crass, you really can't go wrong with this one. So the other thing I do want to point out with Farts and Fairies that I really like is for every copy that they sell, they donate a copy to a child in a hospital. So, I certainly hope they're not donating the adult expansion for that, but, that's on them. That's their prerogative. But it's just a really cool, really nice way that they're kind of giving back to the community and really just, sharing that love of games and really helping somebody out with some humor in a situation that is probably otherwise lacking in it. So, just kudos to them for that. If you're tempted to buy the game or a game like this and you're not really sure, maybe that's the tipping factor that gets you to support it. Because again, it's just a really awesome thing that they're doing. So something to be aware of if you're looking to pick this up. So I hope you enjoyed the review. Farts and Fairies is live on Kickstarter right now. They're currently funding a second printing of the game. So if you want to pick up a copy and check it out, there's a description and a link below. You can go there. Go ahead, like and comment the video. Let me know if there's things you want to see me review. Subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. And I will see you all later. Thanks.